All right, welcome. Today, we're going to break down how one of the biggest retailers on the planet is using artificial intelligence to completely reinvent the way we all shop. So, let's just jump right in. Why is AI suddenly showing up in your shopping cart? To really get it, you've got to understand the massive pressures retailers are dealing with right now. Big players like Walmart, they're not just playing with new tech for fun. This is a very calculated move, a direct response to some pretty serious economic headwinds. Think about it. Retailers are getting hit from all sides. You've got tariffs, you've got inflation that just won't quit, and then there's this underlying fear that people might just stop spending as much. It's this perfect storm, this pressure cooker that's forcing them to get creative and find smarter ways to work. So, what's Walmart's answer to all this chaos? Well, their big bet is on tech. Specifically, they're building out this whole suite of AI tools. They're even calling them super agents, designed to streamline, well, everything. Not just your shopping, but their entire operation from top to bottom. Okay, so let's start with the stuff you might actually see and use. We'll call this the front stage AI, the tech that's right there, interacting with customers, employees, and even their suppliers. And this isn't a small-scale test. It's a full-blown strategy. You can see they've built 4 key agents, and each one has a specific job. There's Sparky for us, the shoppers. Marty is for the sellers and suppliers. Then there's one for employees, and even one for the developers building all this stuff. The whole point is to make life easier and save time for literally everyone involved. And this quote really gets to the heart of it. These aren't just dumb chatbots. They're built to learn. The more an employee talks to their associate agent, the smarter it gets about what they need. Imagine just asking out loud to check your PTO balance or to get the latest merchandising plan. It's about removing friction from their day-to-day job. Okay, so what about us? Well, for shoppers, the agent Sparky can already do some pretty cool stuff. You can just say, hey, I'm having a barbecue for 10 people, and it'll generate a whole shopping list for you. And the next step? It's even bigger. They want it to automatically reorder the stuff you always buy. The big idea here is to just take one more thing off your mental to-do list. All right, but honestly, some of the most game-changing AI is the stuff you'll never, ever see. So let's go backstage and check out the invisible tech that keeps this whole massive operation from falling apart. So one of the key pieces of this backstage magic is something called a digital twin. And it's exactly what it sounds like, a complete virtual copy of a real physical store. With this replica, Walmart can run simulations, monitor everything in real time, and get this, predict problems before they even happen in the real world. And does it work? Oh yeah, the results are pretty staggering. Just by using this digital twin tech, Walmart managed to cut its emergency maintenance alerts by a whopping 30% in just 1 year. And it doesn't stop there. They also managed to slash their spending on refrigeration maintenance, keeping all that food cold, by almost 20% across their entire US operation. Okay, so you're probably thinking, why should I care if they spend 19% less on freezers? Well, it actually matters a lot. All these little improvements behind the scenes, they add up. It means the stuff you want is more likely to be in stock. It means fewer screw-ups with your online orders. And at the end of the day, it just means a less frustrating, smoother shopping trip for you, especially when we're all trying to make our money go a little further. And they're not just using this tech for fixing things. They're also using machine learning to get way, way better at predicting when your delivery will actually show up at your door. We've all been there, right? Waiting for a package. This helps manage our expectations, but it also makes our whole delivery system run a lot more efficiently. Okay, so it's really important to get this. This AI revolution, it's not just a Walmart story. Not at all. What we're seeing is a huge shift happening across the entire retail world. Just to put this in perspective for you, Amazon's use of generative AI during its Prime Day event, it jumped by a mind-blowing 3,300% in a single year. That's not a typo. Meanwhile, you've got companies like Lush working with Google on AI that can identify a product just by looking at it with no packaging at all. Everybody is getting in on this. So when you pull back and look at the big picture, all of these innovations, the front stage stuff you see and the backstage stuff you don't, they're all part of one big strategy. AI has become the go-to tool for retailers to fight back against a potential slowdown in spending. They're using it to make shopping easier, more personal, and more appealing, hoping it keeps us all coming back, even when the economy feels a little shaky. And all of this leaves us with one massive lingering question.
As AI gets woven into every single part of our shopping lives, from the warehouse to our front door, how is that going to fundamentally change our relationship with the simple act of buying things? I guess we're all about to find out, aren't we?